How to ruin your life by setting goals the wrong way. You've heard entrepreneurs telling you, "Oh, set goals in order to be successful." You will not be successful if you don't set goals. How to get rich? Set goals. You've heard this advice, but if you're doing it wrong, you will shoot yourself in the leg. You'll make less progress than not having any goals at all. Setting goals is actually doing to you more harm than good if you do it the wrong way. First of all, my name is Stefan, and I'm a leader of young men that are striving to become the best version of themselves. If you're willing to put in the work to just transform your life forever, click on the subscribe button because, first of all, it will help both of us. But second of all, you will see more videos like this on your homepage and you have more reminders to do the hard work. And if you also want to improve your mental health 10 times as fast and be surrounded by other men that are on the same path as you, click the first thing in the description right now to join my free community while it's still free. If you join and you consume all the information that's in there, you will make 10 times more progress than these people that are just setting goals and having no idea what to do with them. So click the first thing in the description right now. Setting goals is like this analogy that I like to use. Let's say you have to copy some text from a paper to another. You look at the paper and you think, what would be the best approach? I'm asking you, what would be the best approach for you to write the text from the paper in front of you to the other paper? You're sitting at your desk and you have to do this. What would you be doing? Of course, you would look at the paper, you would see the words you would have to copy, and then you would look down to make sure you're writing them right. Then you would look again at the paper, writing them again. So you're switching your vision between the paper you're trying to copy from and the paper you're writing on, right? But imagine I'm telling you to only look at the paper in front of you. You're trying to write, but you're looking only at the paper in front of you. You're not looking at anything else. You're not trying to check if your writing is correct. You're just looking at the paper in front of you and you're just writing. How would your writing look like? You just start going to random directions. You will start making mistakes because you can't look at the paper. You don't know what you're writing. Setting goals and focusing on your goals is exactly like this. Because, bro, I want to tell you a personal story that has happened to me super recently. I recently got the goal of getting a Porsche 911. This is literally my dream car, and I told myself in 3 years I will be driving a Porsche 911. I don't fucking care how much it's gonna cost. I will drive a Porsche 911, like the one without the rooftop. Like that's super cool car. Yeah, I got this goal, and my dumbass started becoming obsessed with it. I was becoming obsessed with the Porsche. I started looking at videos on YouTube about the Porsche. I started reading about it. I started even building it to see what specs and what all this shit. I started learning about it. I started focusing on the goal. I stopped putting my focus on the thing that will get me the goal. Because how do you think I will be able to drive a Porsche 911 in 3 years? By putting in the work, by becoming successful, by making money, right? It's impossible for me to become successful if all I do every single day is watch Porsche videos. I learn about Porsche. I try to make the car to see all the specs and get my dream car ready. I would waste time. If I would spend these 3 years focusing on the car, I wouldn't be even close to getting it. If you set goals and you focus on them, you will be trapped in the same place as I was. Goals should not be your focus. I mean, yes, of course, as masculine men, we want to focus on goals. We want to just smash these goals. But we shouldn't focus on the end goal. We shouldn't focus on the goal itself. We should focus on the thing that will get us towards the goal. So, for example, if you have this massive goal of getting a girlfriend, do you think you will be able to get a girlfriend while focusing only on the girls? Think of it. Like when you meet a girl and you try to make her your girlfriend, what would happen if you make her the priority? If you focus on her? Like you understand masculine and feminine energy and all this. You understand it. What would happen if you put your focus only on the girl? She would start to leave. She would be resentful towards you. She will start to hate you. Maybe she was feminine and you were masculine. But no, you have to put your focus on her. She will start being masculine. She will be forced even to be masculine. Because in a relationship, one person should be focusing on the other. The person that's more feminine. Because feminine energy is about love. Masculine energy is about purpose, goals. Like goals, right? So if you're more feminine in a relationship, you will force her into being more masculine, even though she might not want that. And she will start to resent you. She will start to hate her time with you. She will stop replying to your messages. You will stop hanging out as much. She will not want to sleep with you anymore because she starts to hate you, even though she doesn't do it consciously. She feels something is off. So the biggest mistake I see people do is get a goal and put their eyesight and their focus only on the goal. Let's take another analogy. Let's say you're driving in a car and you're on the road. Your goals are the destination, right? Of course. A goal is a destination to get from point A to point B. That's a goal. You want to go from point A to point B. You have the goal of doing that. So you open the GPS and you put the destination as point B. That's the goal. How are you going to achieve the goal? By going on the road, right? By driving to point B. By following the guide on the map and going to point B. But imagine you're in the middle of the road, you're driving, you're going 50 kilometers an hour. And then you put your focus, instead of what's going to get you to the point B, to the goal, you put your focus on the maps. You start looking only at the GPS. You start looking at it, you make sure, oh, what's the right turns and all this. And of course, for a few seconds, that's fine. You need to know to adjust your position. Oh, when will I have to take right? When will I have to go forward? I'm not saying to not look at the goal at all. You still have to look at it, to glance at it. But imagine you're driving, you're in the middle of the road, and you put all of your focus on the GPS. You're not looking forward anymore, you're looking at the GPS. You won't be able to keep a straight line and keep yourself from crashing for long, right? Because you won't be looking at the road. You'll be looking at the GPS, at the destination. That's exactly what I did with my Porsche 911. I was in the car and I put on the GPS, point B, getting the car. That was my end point. That was my goal. So I started driving. I got this deep motivation to work, to become successful, to make my community valuable, to make courses, to be active, to do the Fafa and coffee chats. I tried doing all of this, provide as much value as possible for a few days. And then I got lazy. I was going to the bathroom, not a fat part to all this. I got over that a long time ago. But I was going to the bathroom to watch YouTube videos about the Porsche 911. And I liked it. Of course, it was nice to get that motivation from time to time. To look at a picture every now and then, every once a week even, to get that motivation back, to refuel that motivation. But when you spend every single day, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours every single day, looking at YouTube videos about your car, about your dream car, focusing on the goal only, then that's a small problem, right? Because I stopped bringing the same energy into my videos. I stopped being that active. I stopped bringing that much value. My brain was releasing the dopamine from watching those videos because it didn't know that I didn't get the car. It thought I had it. I already had it. So I was getting the dopamine, but my motivation for work went down. So I stopped filming that many videos. I stopped scripting that much. Why? Because I wanted to watch Porsche 911 videos. So I was driving in this car, trying to get me to point B. But I stopped looking at the road ahead of me. I stopped focusing on the thing that will get me to the end point. And I started looking at the GPS. And my attention was here when it was supposed to be here. Just imagine this real world scenario. A person driving and him looking at the GPS. Trying to control the wheel, but he couldn't see. He can't see. In 200 meters he will crash. I'm grateful that I didn't have this crash. I kept myself on the road. I was lucky. But most people, they get the goal, they're focusing only on the goal, and after a few days, a few weeks, they crash. Because the dopamine is so high, the motivation to work is low, and they don't feel like working anymore. So they quit their project, they quit their job to focus on the goal only, but not on the work that will get them to the end goal. Only on the goal, the rewards. So he will crash. He will stop doing what's necessary to get him to the goal. And he will be left depressed. Because one, he didn't achieve the goal. And two, there will be no way for him to achieve it after. And he's like in this middle part. And he can't do anything about it. So I don't want this to happen to you. I'm not saying to not have goals. Trying to get into a car and driving around aimlessly is not good either. You need to have goals, because otherwise you will just be walking around not having any idea where to go. If you have a goal, you will know the direction. But you have to be extremely careful to have it, to glance at it every few days. Glance at it only, not go deep into it. To not get that dopamine high. And put your focus on getting the goal, on achieving the goal, on getting there. Not how you will feel after you get there. How to get there. Because I'm going to tell you something about dopamine that maybe you know about, but it's important for this, especially for when you're setting goals. When people are setting goals and they are talking about those goals, they haven't achieved it, they haven't done the work for it, they are just talking about it to their friends, to their family, they're just saying them out loud. The brain releases the same amount of dopamine as when you would achieve the goal. So let's say you have the goal, this autistic goal, which is a shit goal, by the way, of getting a girlfriend. You have this goal, you've always wanted a girlfriend, but you're not really specific. You just want a girl. Any girl would be fine. Fine, okay. When you tell your friends and your family, oh, I want a girl. I decided I'm gonna get a girl. I got the goal to get a girlfriend. Your brain can't distinguish between you actually getting the girl or you talking about the goal, the girl. It doesn't know if you achieved it or you're just talking about it. And it releases the dopamine. So you talk about it once, twice, 3 times. You see that, oh, it feels nice to talk about it. So you start focusing on the goal. You start only talking about it. And after a while, your friends will pick up on this. Yeah, you said you're going to get a girlfriend, but this is all you're talking about. What have you done to actually get her? To actually get it? Oh, no. I'm thinking about it. I'm still working on the plan. Are you really one of these people? Are you working on the plan? Are you thinking about it? It's the same with the people that are going to the gym, that want to go to the gym, sorry. I have the goal in 2024 to go to the gym every single day. And they tell everyone they know about this goal. In 2024, I will get in shape. This is my year, bro. This is my year. 2024 comes around and they won't do it. Why? Because they already got all the dopamine they need from telling people about it. And when it comes down, and when it comes the time to actually work, to do the hard work, to get in shape, which is fucking hard, it takes years of discipline, motivation, it takes a lot of time, their dopamine receptors will be fucked and they won't enjoy actually the path. So they will just talk about it on and on and on. They will buy 1 month of the membership and they will just, yes, I got the membership and I will get in shape. How many times have you gone to the gym? Oh, once, but I will just go later. And they go once a year. But they have the goal. So this is the biggest trap. The most rewarding one, but the biggest one. Because it's disguised. You have no idea. You maybe didn't even know about it. But once you're aware, you will see how deadly it is. Because as soon as you focus just the slightest bit on the goal, you will have less motivation, just the slightest, less motivation to work on the goal. But you see, oh, I can get the dopamine, like subconsciously. I can get the dopamine by watching the videos. So you start watching more videos and more videos and more videos, and you start working less and less and less. And guess what? Before you know it, you crash. You've been focusing on the GPS for way too long. You went on the other lane and you crashed. It is deeply painful to crash like that because you're a dumbass. Trust me, you do not want to be in that position. So, yes, get goals, get smart goals, and all this bullshit. I'm not saying to not do it, but be careful to not make the goal the priority. To not make the actual goal, not what's gonna get you there, the actual goal the priority. If you want to make $10,000 a month, do not spend every single day thinking how life will be when you will be at $10,000 a month. Do not spend thinking. Don't spend time thinking, oh, how will I feel when I drive the car around town? How will people think about me? That's exactly what I was thinking about. Oh, how cool would I be when I have to get out of the car and people will see me? I'm not buying this car for the social validation, but it's still something I thought of. How will I feel when I'm driving 2,000 kilometers an hour on the highway? I was thinking these things. And without even knowing it, I was making myself handicapped. I was making my future chances of working lower and lower. And before I knew it, I was close to crashing. But I managed to realize what the fuck was happening. So, yes, get goals. Focus on them from time to time to make sure you're going in the right direction. I'm not saying to never check the GPS, because otherwise you would end in another fucking location. You still have to look at it from time to time to see, oh, is this the right turn or the left turn? Or should I go forward or the roundabout and all this? I'm not saying to not look at it, but glance at it sometimes. Don't look at it fully. This is a deep lesson that you might not understand just by watching it once. So I recommend joining my community because you will be reminded by these lessons every single day, and you will make more progress, and you will just let them sink in, and it will just like more powerful to you. So click the first thing in the description to join if you haven't already, and I will see you there, bro. Mwah.